Alright, welcome back to my channel, Garlina Learns. And these are my coding notes, edition number 4, where I'm still learning how to code. And I'm learning how to code from, get this started, freecodecamp.org. Again, it's all free, and you can follow along with me in my videos. For each of my videos, I will post a link of the description in the description directly to each of these topics that I cover, each of my note points that I cover. All right, so the first one I will be covering today will be skewing objects and elements. And the second, create complex shapes in CSS. The third, build an animation. And this is located in the responsive web design, applied visual design, and there are 52 lessons. Okay, so skewing objects and elements. What does that mean? Well, it means that you're going to transform an object or an element on the 2D plane. And so here we go is the 2D plane, the X and the Y axis. Like in math, this is pretty much it. So what you're going to do is you're going to rotate something, or you're going to transform something either across the X or across the Y axis, and it can be negative or positive. The code for that would be skewX and skewY. And that would be, that would be transform skewX or Y. And then in the parentheses, you would put how much you want to transform it, negative or positive, and then in degrees. For this example, it would be the units are degrees. And here we go is a demo. I'll post the description to this link as well. It just kind of shows the different transformations. And as you can see, there you can also do it in turn or in rad. And I think this is just like 0, like no transformation. So let's see what that would look like, and just pay attention to the Mozilla logo here. So here is 35 degrees in the X, negative, and the radian. Yeah, it's pretty quick, but and this is on the Y. So it's like a slight tilt in either the X or the Y direction. Okay, so when you get to the problem, what you're going to be doing is you have a box here, and you're going to move it in the direction, either the X direction or the Y direction. And in this example, it's in the X direction. So there is no skew here. This is what it would look like normally. And for the problem, you're going to move it, you're going to make it skew across the X. So it kind of looks like a parallelogram. Yeah, parallelogram. That sounds a little funny, but I'm probably saying it wrong. All right. So again, we're still working in the style, and we're gonna plug everything in here. And you would plug in the transform for at the bottom here. And right now because when you get to the problem, there's going to be a top and a bottom. And for this problem here, this is across the X. So you're skewing it 24 degrees across the X axis. And here it goes with the slant. And again, like I said, this is the second one you'll do, and this is the top. You're going to have a red rectangle, and here's no skew. Here's the skew across the Y. So you see it kind of angled up. So this is a negative 10 degree tilt. All right, let's see what this looks like. So the instructions are to skew it across the x-axis. So we're just working with the bottom one right now, which is the blue rectangle. And this is the hint of what we're going to do. So again, I like to type it in so I can work on my hitting the correct keys. So skewX, capital X, cross, they want it 24 degrees. So let's see what that looks like. All right, and you can see it changed. Oh, there's an error along its x-axis. Or did I mess up? Oh, I know what. We're missing the semicolon. You always got to get that semicolon. To infinity and beyond. Okay, now we're going to do the y. Okay, so now we're going to do the y, and that's the top one. So we're going to change the direction of this top red rectangle. So just like you did the bottom, we're going to change it, and the instructions are -10 degrees. So transform skewY -10 degrees. There we go. Let's see if that works. And don't forget the semicolon at the end. Run the test. Oh, something's wrong. Transform. Oh, I forgot the minus sign. There we go. Off the hook. And as you can see here, here's the skew -10 degrees in the y direction, the red one, and the blue one is 24 degrees skewed across the x. Okay, so we just got covered skewing objects and elements. The next one will be create complex shapes, and I thought this one was really fun. I enjoyed this one, and it's a little heavy. Takes a second to for me to kind of grasp it. But what we're gonna use is in this this one here, you're gonna use the colon before and colon after pseudo-elements. And what pseudo-elements are is they add something before or after an element. So when you start this, you're going to start right here. There's two objects here, the pink and the blue. And this is the before, and then after you'll turn it into a heart. And I'll show what it means by content property in the code. And some important notes I made is when you're doing this, you want to use an empty set, and what an empty set is two quotations. It says content and two quotations with nothing in it. So whenever you're using it to make shapes, you're going to use an empty set. Okay, so here's the code, and the code's pretty, it's a long code, and I really recommend you type it out. It's really helpful. And so I broke it down into what I thought were the important elements of this code, and what each of the sections, like what they do and what they mean. So here's the after, the colon after, and afterwards you're gonna have it be pink, change colors. Like I said, the content needs to be an empty set, and the radius. We're changing the radius because if you remember before, it was a square and the other one had a curved edge. So you want it to change so you can get that heart shape, and the radius will change to 50%. The before, so for the before, again, content is going to be an empty set. All right, here we go. So here are the shapes that I talked about and so here's a pink and a blue, and we want to turn that into a heart. So again, we're going to be working with colon colon before, colon colon after. I hope I'm saying that correctly, but it's okay. All right, here are the instructions. Let's just work our way through the instructions. So we want to change this background color right back here where it's white, and I think that's what we're changing. Let's check. Heart heart after should be pink. So right now the background color here, I'm going to change that to pink. I am wrong. So we're actually changing the box here. Okay, the border radius of heart heart after should be 50%. So right now it's 25. Change that to 50. Nice, looks like a tab. The next one, we're going to rotate it negative 45 degrees. So it doesn't have a rotation in here. No rotation. So we're gonna add that. Oh wait, I think we need to do it at the heart level. So disregard that. We need to do it up here in the dot heart section. I will learn all these names in due time. So rotate. Oh, actually it's in transform. So there's already a blank spot here. So transform, rotate, minus 45 degrees. Okay. Set to, okay, and then the content before needs to be an empty string. So here's after, here's before. Okay, here's the content, and this is what I was talking about with the empty quotation marks. There we go. Now we get a heart. That was pretty cool. Check it out. Yippee! Okay, so we just completed that, making the heart. Now we're going to learn about animation. So this one is, there's a lot of steps involved in this one. A lot of new stuff I learned. But again, I really liked doing this, learning about how to build an animation. So where does that put us? All right, so when you're working with the animation, you're going to be using this at keyframes, and what that is it controls the steps in the animation sequence. Kind of like think of about a movie, and 0% being the very beginning of the movie and 100% being the end, like where the credits roll. There's 8 animation properties when you use the at keyframes. The 2 most important ones are animation name and animation duration. So the animation name will name your animation, and you need that name so that whatever you're applying, whatever animations you use, it knows what to tie the name to. And the animation duration is how long the animation will run. So here's a demo, and I'm just gonna show this so you can kind of see what it looks like. And here are some animation names. This is one will be nothing, second one is the slide, and the third animation is bounce. So let's see what they look like. Slide back and forth, and bounce up and down. There we go. And I'll put a link in the description so you can go if you want to try these out. I thought they're very helpful. Okay, so this is the duration and how long the animation is going to run for. So let me just turn this sound down so you don't hear anything in the background. Okay, so here's 750 milliseconds, 3 seconds, very slow. Again, this is animation duration, and no seconds. Okay. So, like I said, there were 8 keyframes, at keyframes, and the other 6 at keyframes are, and then you learn them later on in the videos, as animation timing function, animation delay, animation iteration count, animation direction, animation fill mode, and animation play state. And I have some examples of that in this animation. Here we go. So this is another demo, and I'm gonna it shows the different. So this is animation timing function, and again this is another at keyframes. And I'm just gonna let this play out. So here we go, animation delay. So just like a delay start. Here's iteration count, so how many times. So this is twice for this example. This is 1.5. Let's switch this to a user pointer. Here's animation direction, normal, reverse, here's number 7, animation fill mode, and here's the last one, animation play state, pause, running. So you would put these in and it would pause it for you or run it. Okay, so what you'll be doing for this this problem here is you're gonna make this rectangle here have a like change colors. So like we're saying, we're working, like I'm saying, you're working in the at keyframes, and the name of the animation is rainbow. The duration time will be 4 seconds, and iteration count is infinity. This is so that it'll keep playing and playing and playing. It won't stop. So here's the at keyframes, and we want to plug in the animation name, and 0%, 50%, 100%. Like I said, it's like a movie. So where's it going to start? It started blue, halfway through turns green, and then at the end it should be yellow. And we'll see what that looks like. Look at the rectangle here. Should be changing. There we go. It's blue, green, yellow. Blue, green, yellow. Okay, let's try that out. Okay, so let's make this rectangle flash. Alright, so the instructions are to scroll down here. So we need to add an animation name, animation name, and we want to call it, I'm doing number 1 here, call that rainbow. Then number 2, we need a duration, animation duration, 4 seconds. Okay, and now we do the at keyframes part. So I like to keep these tidy, and it gets its own section. So at keyframes. So we're going to say Okay, so we're going to name this the animation name rainbow, and set the, what's the first one? 0% background color should be blue, 50% should be green, and 100% should be yellow. So 0% background color blue. Oh, we gotta have these guys, parentheses. Okay, so it's changing. And then 50%. Green. Okay, and then the last one, 100%. Background color is yellow. And you get to see that change as it's going. Alright, let's test that out. Oh, something happened. Should be yellow at 100%. Oh, yellows. Yellow. Okay. The world rejoices. So this is the end of my notes edition number 4, but I wanted to just change this iteration to show you can make this, so like right now it's only going 4 seconds, and this is just something later on, but I like to just try things out while I have the setup iteration. So to keep this going, I'm gonna put infinite. See if that worked. Yeah, there we go. All right, well, thanks for watching, and check out more videos, and also follow along with me in this episode. Again, check out the description. All right, thanks. Bye.